Hey guys, it is Randy. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, November 2nd, if I remember correctly. And we're going to discuss what happened today. So I woke up this morning, right around 11 o'clock. I did take the antidepressant, which I described to you guys yesterday in the video. And what I can tell you is that when I went to sleep, I felt my nerves basically calm down within the first 20 minutes of me taking it, which is awesome. I can't really describe to you on how I felt. It just kind of, as soon as I took it, everything went from a real electrifying. It felt like the nerves were firing quite a bit, and then all of a sudden the nerves stopped and they calmed down within the first couple minutes of me taking that pill, and it was like angels from above. That's all I can say. And we went to bed around 2:30, and around 3, I slept from 3, woke up at 4, and I had some firing going on. I definitely had some nerve pain, and so I woke up, told my wife I wanted to sleep out on the couch because she hasn't been getting a lot of sleep either. So I said, let's not both suffer. Let's at least one of us try to keep sane during the whole situation. So she stayed in the bed. I went out on the couch, and that's what I told her I would do because I don't want to keep her up anymore. And I went out of the couch and I slept for the majority of the morning. So I'm going to chalk that antidepressant up as working right now. So that's awesome news. That is, I can't tell you what kind of good news that is. So everything's fine with that. That's great. This morning, woke up, it was right around 11 o'clock, and I noticed my eye basically was hazed over. I have this nice little problem that whenever I sleep, I have really dry eyes, and the doctor finally gave me some drops to basically work off of so I don't experience this anymore. And when I go to sleep, basically my eyes get really dry, my eyelid sticks to my cornea. What happens is when I wake up, literally what happens is the eyelid, opens up, scratches the whole surface of my cornea, and I can't see anything. And sometimes it develops into pink eye whenever it feels like it's going to have an infection. So woke up, saw that I couldn't see anything in the whole right side of my peripheral vision. I'll let the wife know. The doctor is luckily 100 miles away because we're up in Melbourne. So we scheduled an appointment down to go see the eye doctor, and I want to share with you guys this wonderful story, and this is why I titled the video so this title for the video was so appropriate for what happened. Is I actually Home Depot called me on the way down to the actual eye doctor's around 1 o'clock today, and I answered the phone, and the lady said on the phone, great news, we have your rail that's going to be at your house, and we're going to have it delivered on a particular day, and I just want to let you know that the delivery people will schedule delivery, and people will be there. They're going to deliver it to the second floor, and that will be that. So what day works best with you? I said, well, it's kind of funny because we're currently up, staying at my grandmother's house because due to the fact of the matter that I don't have a rail and I need to get up the stairs and I can't physically do it that well because I'm missing a foot because I'm a brand new amputee. And I kid you not, this story is real. It's so real it just scares me. And the lady basically says, sir, can you hold on 1 second? And I just need to check something. I'll be right back with you. And I said, sure. A couple of seconds later, she gets back on the line and she goes, well, I just want to let you know, sir, just due to the fact of the matter that we're going to bring it up to the second floor, we're going to need to charge you more now. And her whole attitude changed, her whole tone of her voice changed. And I said, excuse me, why is it going to be $100? I didn't even, I paid a little bit more than that, I kid you not, for just the rail. Why all of a sudden am I going to have to, pay $100 more? And she goes, well, it's on the second floor, and we need 2 people basically to bring it up there, and it's going to be difficult. And I said, you know what, no, that's fine, let's pick up a date, and you know what, as a matter of fact, you guys can just leave it on the first floor because I'm not gonna spend $100. And I don't know why in the first place that you told me that you were able to go ahead and get the rail just basically delivered to the second floor. All of a sudden you're gonna charge me an additional $100, and this is all after I told her, you know, we were short talking that I was going to be an amputee, and I was basically profiled. So I called Home Depot back, Home Depot online, and I told them the story, and I'm outraged. People, if this is the way that we're being treated, that we're treating disabled people, and this is wrong. You know, there's some people that have heart out there, and there's some people that are just absolute reckless a-holes. I'm going to say it, a-holes. They think they can take advantage of someone just because of something that happened. And you know what? I'm no different than what I was 3 weeks ago when I had a foot. And you know what? This is, whoever does this, I'm not going to put up with it, and I'm not going to stand for it. And I'm going to call up and I'm going to talk to whoever, and we're going to make it right. And so that's what I did with Home Depot. I'm not going to tell you exactly specifics into what happened, but they called the shipping company and they took care of it. And I'm sure probably that person may or may not be looking for a new job, and that's uncalled for. You don't treat people like that. Take advantage of a situation. That's no. Okay, so anyways, we go to the doctor. That I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just getting mad just thinking about it. So we showed up at the doctor's. He gave us some drops. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to try to speed it up here. It was a long day today, and so we went to the doctor's. He sent us out. He basically confirmed that a portion of my cornea was scratched, and he sent us out with some moistening drops and said, "Hey, here, by the way, when you go to bed, use these. Hopefully it'll prevent it next time." So great news. We left, and we actually went back to my house, our house, and we went up the stairs, and because we don't have a rail, that's why we've been talking about this earlier in the video, and I was scared. I actually started crying as we were going up the stairs, and I missed a step, and I went to go put up my right foot, which I don't have anymore, and I actually stepped on my stump, and it hurt substantially, and I immediately freaked out and started crying because I didn't want to be the person that stepped on their stump and busted open and then not able to walk for the next month because they got set back because they accidentally applied a little pressure on it when they said not to. So I immediately freaked out. I made it up the stairs the rest of the way, but I immediately freaked out when I got inside the house, and you know, it's just, I didn't want to go through all this pain to go ahead and, you know, have them possibly go in for a second time and have to redo it. But everything was okay. By the way, we came back and checked all the sutures and everything. We actually checked the bandages. There was no blood, no leaks. Everything appears to be great. So nothing more than what we saw yesterday. So that's good. It was okay. But my wife and I actually sat in the condo for a little bit, visited with the pets, and just got back to just chilling out for a couple minutes before we left. It was good to actually get inside the house and feel what it's like to be inside the house again. But it was kind of sad. I was walking around the house and I actually tripped over something else, and I've been asking for my wife to do a couple things because I can't be able to do them, and something happened, and I tripped over the thing, and I wasn't able to go get something for her because I'm pretty sure she asked me to do it, and I couldn't do it, and I've been asking her for so many things, and it's just, I feel, and I actually broke down again. It was a very emotional day today. I broke down crying again because I feel absolutely relying on someone. Yeah, I used a different word. I rely on her so much that I feel it's almost, the relationship is one-sided right now. And a burden. That's what the word is. I feel so much of a burden to her because you know, I went from this person that was able to go ahead and do all these things like before, and then all of a sudden I have this amputation, and literally within a couple hours someone takes my foot, and I'm not able to do the majority of these things because I don't have a foot anymore. And that was part of the reason why I broke down today and cried for a second time, and it kind of scared me for the second time as I tripped. And it again, it reminds me that, you know, I told my therapist if something would happen, I would break down after the fact because I couldn't do something, or I got frustrated and, you know, I broke down because if that was a normal day and I tripped and I fell, I would have been able to catch myself because I had my foot and don't have it anymore. And all these things that are happening are now starting to bubble up, and I don't have the foot anymore. I'm not able to do it, and I actually cried for a good portion when we left, and then we went down to the car, and I actually forgot my cell phone, so the wife had to go all the way up the stairs again and go get the cell phone as well because I couldn't physically get up the stairs. So, and that sucks, and it's very noted, and it's one of the emotional things that you know, a lot of people say when you get the amputation you have emotional things, and just be aware that the person might be depressed, and these are one of them. I'm going through it. It's you know, you were trying to do something, you can't get it done. And within a matter of hours, you know, the person has a car accident, something happens, they lose their foot, now they're not able to do all the stuff that they did before, and or, you know, they're just not able to do it. Of course they're gonna be upset, of course they're gonna be depressed, of course, you know, all these things are gonna happen. It's part of the process, and you know, just be aware, guys. Just be aware of it. And I'll say this one last thing, and then we'll end the video. But I want to give you guys an update as well on the TENS machine. So I tried the TENS machine. Like I said, there was a lot of pain afterwards. But what I found out, which was extremely weird, is that after the pain went away, I felt a weird like sensation that all the nerves stopped firing, and I actually went a good portion of the day today because I actually put on the TENS machine. I read an article, if you put it on the really lowest setting and then run with it and keep it on for a long period of time, which is wrong for me. It's different with everyone, but you know, if you keep it at a low setting, that it's going to calm down the nerves as much and relieve some of the pain. And I noticed I had it on for about an hour and a half last night, and that wasn't good because my nerves were like, they were balled up like this, and my muscles felt like they were crunched. And I found out that just wasn't a good time for me. And I came home later on today. Today was a good day. I went from taking almost 14 to 16 pain pills a day, and I only took 4 so far today. That's great. And the TENS, I mean, I can only... It may be that it may be the medicine that they prescribed me just within yesterday, and or it could not have been. I actually don't know, but I do know every single time I use that TENS, it's when it calms down, and it feels great, and there's barely to little no pain. I mean, I'm talking about a 3 or 4, and that's awesome. That's great news. So I wanted to update you guys on that, and I'm going to continue to do it every day for a small period of time, talking about 20 minutes, keeping it at a 2 hertz level. And I'm going to let you guys know on what happens, but I'm going to end it today because it's 13 minutes long. But if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more of my videos, there's a subscribe button. I'm going to do one of these right down here. Feel free to click on it and subscribe. Otherwise, everyone have a great evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.